Hi guys, welcome Pisces to your June 2025 reading on career and love. We're going to get started. We're going to do 3 cards for career, and then we're going to do 3 cards for love and see what happens for you in the month of June for 2025. Also, this is a timeless reading, so if you happen to stumble upon it later into the future, whatever month you're in, I would just apply it to the following month, the one that's coming up from where you are currently. Okay, so Pisces, June 2025. Let's do 3 cards for your career. Let's go. Career for Pisces, please. There you go. 3 cards. I have a feeling this was in the middle, though. Okay. Let's put them here. So you have the Child card, the Tree, and the Lilies. That's a beautiful combination. So it looks like you're going to be starting something new, something that's going to be very solid and very fruitful. Also, very good. It's a very healthy work environment. The tree talks about health. It talks about family, like a family tree. It talks about building, stability, something that's very solid. It's the foundation of something. So trees, what do? They grow, right? And so here, sorry, I'm trying to like avoid the glare. So here what I can see is that you're going to be looking, if you're looking for a new job, if there's something new that's out there, which I do see with the child usually introduces something that's new. So if you're starting a new position or if you're looking for a new job, there's a promising sort of outlook or forecast here for you to find something that's very healthy for you. Healthy in terms of maybe work-home life balance, but I would say just a generally healthy work environment. So not a lot of toxicity. I don't see any toxicity here. Maybe you get along really, really well with your colleagues or your boss. I just see a lot of really good health here. And again, I see like something new, something that, like a new job, a new position, a new endeavor or project that you have. I also see, I kind of got this for one of the other signs, like a mentorship opportunity or mentorship sort of thing where you're going to be under someone else's wing here, because the lilies talk to me about someone that's older, someone that's more experienced, someone that can be a potential mentor to you. And in terms of an office setting or a career setting, whether it's office or not office related, it feels like someone's taking you under their wing at this new place, at this new workplace, whether it's your boss or some kind of other individual contributor that's going to be helping you, maybe a lead or a supervisor or something like that, that's going to be helping you in your job, in your position, kind of bringing you on board, right? So if it's a new position, they're going to be helping you with onboarding. They're going to be showing you the ropes. The bathrooms are here. These are our breaks. This is this is the lunch area. These are the lunch options in the area, in the neighborhood. This is what the schedule is going to look like, stuff like that. So that's what we're looking at here. Let's pull a few clarifiers for that. So I need 3 cards, please. One, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Okay. So, this is going to be kind of sudden and unexpected. It's actually unexpected good news. The Tower is typically not good news, y'all. It's just not. It's usually something out of the blue, and 9 times out of 10, it's not something that you want or desire. This is going to be out of the blue, though, because it's partnered, like literally every single other card in here, with the exception of the Tower, is traditionally a good card. You're talking about the lilies, the flower, which are like flowers, the kiddo over here, the child card. You also have a child card here, Page of Cups. And then the Star, which is a wish come true. If there's something that you've been wishing for, whether it's to get a new job or a specific type of job, specifically as it relates to a new sort of healthy work environment, this is the kind of position that's going to kind of come out of the blue for you, and you're going to be kind of excited for it. And you're not going to see this coming. This also, if you guys have children or kids, you're going to have really, really good home work-life balance. I'm telling you that right now because both cards come out here, and you have the Page of Cups specifically. Usually the pages are children, not always, right? But in this context, they can be children, and the Page of Cups specifically is about emotions. The cups are emotions, so emotional health. which means your kids are going to be happy with this setup. You're going to be able to split your time evenly, and you're still going to be able to have the energy that it requires for you to take care of home as well as work. That is a really, really beautiful sort of balance of this new position, because typically when you start a new job, you're like giving it all you've got, right? And so you oftentimes you end up neglecting either yourself or your home stuff or whatever, projects, hobbies you have going on to like make sure that you hit the ground running at this, at a new job. But this isn't going to be one of those new jobs. I think also because of the help from this other person, whatever mentor you meet at this new position, or whoever's going to be helping you, like showing you the ropes, it's going to make your home work life balance easier. It also feels like the organization that you're going to be working at, it's one of their sort of like pillars, if you will, or one of their values that they take seriously about having good, healthy, work-home life balance. This could also be a part-time position where it gives you that latitude to be able to spend some time at home taking care of the responsibilities that you have, whether it's children, whether it's pets, whether, like if you're a cat mom or dad or a dog mom or dad or whatever it is, this is like the soft, the dependents, right? The ones you got to take care of at home, if you will, or whatever it is you have. Even if you have birds. I love birds. If you have birds at home or a lizard or what have you, it'll help you sort of take care and manage the responsibilities that you have at home as well. And also partnered with the star. The star is about wishes. It's about hope. It's about faith. It's also about like an element of like notoriety, if you will. So I think people are going to kind of notice you in this new workplace too. You're going to kind of shine your light. You're going to be kind of like, it's almost like, like growing up when there was like a new kid in school. I don't know if you guys ever had this. I'm from a small town, but like in a small town, whenever there was like a new kid in school, oh my gosh, the new kid. Oh my gosh, did you talk to the new kid? Did you see the new kid? Have you seen the new kid? What's their name? Do you know this about the new kid? Like they're in your class. Wow, right? Like, so that's kind of what is going to happen at this new workplace for you. You're going to be the new kid on the block, like you're going to be the new person, and everyone's going to be like, oh, hi, trying to introduce themselves to you and wanting to talk to you and get to know you and like know a little bit about your background and stuff like that. Yeah, it feels a little bit close-knit. This new community or new position, it feels like it's a close-knit group. Let's get a few more clarifiers. It also feels like, I know this kind of came out of the blue for you, and this is something that you're not expecting, but this is definitely something that, I don't want to say like predestined or planned, but there's certain, like whoever it is that you believe in, again, I always say this, like whether it's God, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, the love that loves us all, we are one, all like whatever it is, whatever higher power it is that you believe in, destiny or whatever it is you think, you value, it was sort of kind of meant to be, if you will. That's what it feels like it was kind of meant to be. And I know for you, like you weren't expecting it necessarily. Maybe you were applying to a lot of different, you were applying to a lot of different positions, but there's so many cards, but I'll take them. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Even though you weren't expecting this, because you may have been looking at different options or different job opportunities, it was kind of written in the stars, if you will. I don't always say that, but this feels that way. Okay, so you have the clarifying all of this situation, the 9 of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Strength card. So let me talk about these before I get to these. You may be, okay, so this is your June 2025. We're still in May, right? As I'm doing this reading, you may still be a little bit stressed out about this situation. You may be on the job hunt for something new. Maybe things are like going south in the current position that you're in, or you're just not in love with your current job anymore. Or maybe you're just altogether looking for something new. But there's a level of anxiety and stress and worry, sleepless nights, you know what I mean? That kind of energy where you're just like, ugh, like I don't, you're night owling it, if you will. You know what I mean? Like your energy might be like, whereas typically you're like an early bird, you might be more like pushing the night owl sort of schedule right now, because you've been a little bit concerned about this whole situation, how it's all going to kind of unravel. But I am telling you, in the month of June, things are going to look up. They're going to be on the up, and it's going to be good. This position also looks like it's promising, whether it's in terms of money. If it's not a salary that you love, it's probably very, very stable. It might have benefits, whether it's dental, medical, dental, vision, whatever it is. It may have its perks, enough perks to where it makes it worth it long term. Or the longer that you're there, the better it is. Maybe you get tenured or, some kind of seniority and more perks as time goes by. But it does seem very stable. If not, it feels very promising in terms of like the salary, the paycheck itself. This anxiety that you have, you may have been questioning your sort of, I think this situation has tested your courage and your bravery, whether it's to get back out there, whether it's to go in a different direction that you haven't been in before. This situation has kind of been calling for your courage and your bravery. It's tested that part of you for some reason. And I think that this opportunity right here is being given to you so that you don't feel that anymore, and so that it's almost like giving you the opportunity to be brave, and then telling you and rewarding you for having taken that opportunity and been like, no, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? So I do see that this situation has kind of tested your courage, but I think that this is kind of going to be the reward that you get for being courageous and being brave. Now I get the Sun, the Page of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. Again, pages are children, right? So again, good work, home life balance, a lot of really good health here. The material world, the Pentacles always talk about material, things that are tangible, things that you can things that you can touch, right? Things that are physically, that are physical, what we call 3D basically, right? And so, again, with the money, with the kid, with the health, all of those things I think are going to be part of this opportunity. This is a big resounding yes. If there's a specific job that this kind of sounds like, yes, you will be getting the job. This is the one card in the deck for me that is an absolute, no questions asked, yes. Are we done? Just kidding. This is a great career reading, y'all. This is really, really good. I'm excited for you. Let's do the last card. So the Two of Wands. You see how this guy has the world in his hands? This is a card about strategizing, planning for the future, forecasting, making sure that you are prepared for what's to come. Putting in the work and the hard, the effort and the hard work that it requires in order for you to elevate, for you to go the next step, for you to go, to continue to succeed and go to the next sort of season or place or level in your life or stage in your life, okay? As this relates to your career, again, you may have been sort of worried and like sort of anxious and stressed out, but I feel like you have been brave and courageous, and it has demonstrated because you have been planning, you have been smart about strategizing and not wasting sort of your time or your resources and energy on just sort of woe is me sort of, thinking. You've put in the work, you've been strategizing. In any case, I also feel like this particular opportunity is probably going to open you up to more opportunities as time passes. Now, I know that I said that this is going to be a good long-term investment for you in terms of like your work, your career and stuff. I do think that it has a high level of longevity here with you. So I think you have the opportunity to stay here long term if you wish, but if you don't and you feel like this is kind of a stepping stone for you, or this is something that you don't really fully sort of embrace as your end all be all, it will help you sort of plan and strategize for the future in continuing your career. I don't see this being like end all be all. Yeah, I don't, if you wanted to stay here for a really long time, you could. In terms of staying here until retirement, maybe even possibly. But this, if you're more in a mid-level career place, and you want to move or you want growth, this is going to present you with the experience that you need to be able to sort of get into the next level and kind of strategize and stuff. Or it is going to give you the time to, to continue to look for something that you want that's more long-term, that's more aligned with what you actually really want. Because I think, like I said, I think it gives you stability financially, and it gives you good work-home life balance. But what I don't necessarily see here a ton is that it's going to be like, oh my God, you're going to be super passionate about what you do. I don't necessarily see that. But I do see this being an amazing opportunity for you. And again, you know, you can choose. Do you want to stay in it long term, or do you want to kind of use it as a stepping stone and continue to move forward? In either case, I love the fact that this is a big resounding yes for this position, and that it will be something secure and solid for time to come. I'm going to say years to come. Okay. So also, I was called to give you an oracle card for your career reading. The other signs didn't get this, so don't tell them. I feel really bad. But next month I will probably pull a card for them as well. So, but I don't know. I wanted to do it for you guys, Pisces, because you guys have been so patient with me this week. I kept trying to get to you earlier. My Venus is in Pisces. Oh my gosh, a card fell out. Yeah, and I didn't get to. But here, that's the card that you guys got. And it's, you know what's interesting about this? I was pulled to get this deck earlier, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to do this deck. What? Weird. Why? All right, whatever. So I go with it. I get Pisces, I get Pisces career, whatever. And this card fell out. And I'm like, why do I have a feeling that's going to come out in the reading? And it totally did. I knew it. Career change. You're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you desire and deserve. Yep. Yeah, so I think it is like, I think it is going to be a career change. I think in the future, if it's something that you want to grow into something else, you can totally do that. But I think that it is going to bring you stability, good work-home life balance. I think it's a great opportunity for you right now. I think you're really going to be able to prosper. So anyway, Pisces, thank you so much. That was your career reading. Let's move on to your love. You guys have to let me know what careers like you're in, and like what careers you're going to be changing into. Really interesting. Okay, so let's see your love. Okay. Love for Pisces. Guys, sorry. Love for Pisces. Oh, look. Heart and snake. Let's put this back though. I want to give it a good shuffle before we get started on love. So love, please. Love for Pisces. Love for Pisces in June 2025, or whatever other month you guys are watching this. Pisces, please, love. One. That one came out again. All right. One more, please. No, I'm sorry. Two more. Two more cards for Pisces. This one and this one. You guys, these are the two cards that popped out just now, weren't they? And I put them back because I was like, no, let's give it a good shuffle. And guess what? Literally got 2 out of 3 cards got back. And that's a 36 card deck. You guys were meant to receive these messages. I don't know what's in the ether, but I am telling you guys, this is going to be helping someone out there. So you guys, for love, you have the heart, the snake, and the clover. So the heart talks about feelings, about love, about deep emotion, about the heart space, right? Anything and everything related to emotions and feelings in the heart space. In a romantic reading, we love to see this card. This is the perfect card to see because it talks about love. It talks about deep feelings and emotions. Now, the snake, as you can see, is not the happiest card. It's actually supposed to be a bad card. But I love that card in the sense that it tells me what is sort of a challenge, and it gives me a heads up of what to expect. I think I tend to see things on the bright side always, so I always like to see failure or obstacles and challenges as opportunities. And so there's some kind of challenge or issue sort of coming up in your romantic life right now, but there's going to be a sudden turn of events, at least for a short period of time. I'm going to get some clarifiers to see how long this change lasts. So if you guys are going through sort of some issues in your romantic space, whether you're single or you're taken, if you guys are having a little bit of like a tiff with your person, if you guys are having a tough time with your situationship, if you're having a tough time, even if you're single and you're looking, but you're not really quite sure why you're single, this talks about a specific challenge or issue that you're having, that you've kind of been going through. And we're going to get clarifiers on that. But there's going to be a turn of events. at least initially slightly. We'll see how long it lasts, okay? And that's going to happen in June. So even, again, we're in May recording this, so there will be a change of things in June for the better. This is a good card. This is a great card. It's going to brighten up whatever cards are around it. And so it is a change for the better. Let's see what happens. Give me 3 clarifiers, please. Whew. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Card flew out. Don't freak out, y'all. I'm going to tell you that right now. Do not freak out. It's going to be okay. Yeah, it's okay. So that's the first clarifier. Let's see the next one. Page of Pentacles. Okay, High Priestess. So if you're in a partnership, let me do partnership first. If you're in a partnership, there may be something that maybe you guys didn't know about each other. One person didn't know something about the other person. The High Priestess talks about some things that sometimes are kept secret or aren't seen, some things that are not obvious to the naked eye, or something that you guys may not have known. This may have been something that has been recently brought to light, and there's been a challenge because of it. So I will let you guys kind of fill in the blanks there. You know your situation. It could be, it tells me that this is a specific behavior of the other person that was not in alignment with who you believe them to be, or vice versa, okay? The way that I see it is probably you feeling this way, and so you having this particular issue. Now, what is the issue? The issue specifically is a little bit of a dark part of the person that we are. It is the part that we all struggle with, okay? So it could be, you know, a specific emotion like jealousy. Maybe one of the partners is highly jealous and the other one didn't realize just how jealous until recently, okay? It could be another issue like anger. Someone has been very passive aggressive and all of a sudden a person blows up and you're like, wait, what? And they've been resenting you for like a really long time. You did this and you did that and this happened and that happened, and all of a sudden it gets blown up out of proportion, because these feelings have sort of been repressed, or something has been sort of put, you know, shoved under the rug. It could also relate to money issues. Maybe someone wasn't really financially stable or as financially solvent as you might believe them to have been, or believe them to be, and they've kind of, you know, they come out and you realize maybe they have a little bit of a gambling problem or an overspending problem or a debt problem or things like that, things of that nature. As it relates to other people, I usually don't go down that path because I don't really like to talk about third parties on my channel. But if that's an issue for you, where maybe your partner has been a little bit extra flirtatious and you don't like it, that might be an issue as well. So let's do 2 of Swords. Oh, let me actually talk about the singles part of it, because I didn't talk about that. So singles, there's feelings here that are prohibiting you from moving forward, whether it's in a specific connection, if this connection isn't fully committed yet, or, you know, made monogamous or exclusive in some way, or if it's just you as a general person. Like, there is a feeling here that's preventing you from moving forward. Maybe you're not as confident as you would like to be, and maybe that's getting in the way of, you know, sort of either approaching the type of person that you're interested in, attracted to, or you maybe just, you know, I don't want to say like you're a homebody and that's this part, but you know, you're maybe not, you know, there's something that you know you should change about your behavior and you're not changing it, and that is sort of presenting a challenge in your romantic life. But I feel like in June you're going to be opening yourself up. You're going to be sort of realizing these feelings and this obstacle and this challenge that's kind of preventing you from moving forward with someone, with a connection, either the specific person that you have in mind or just generally dating someone, finding someone that you like. And there's going to be like a swift change. So I'm going to get there. I want to know what that is. So we have Two of Swords, Knight of Swords, King of Cups. You might be dealing with another water sign as well, Scorpio, Cancer, or another Pisces. Again, remember I mentioned earlier specific feelings or emotions. It could also be, you know, like obsession, things like that, just certain behaviors. And again, here we see emotions here with the King of Cups. I don't think this has happened yet, actually. This may not have happened yet because there's things that are hidden here and there's things that you still don't know here, or it's almost like you still don't know the full story. Maybe you have suspicions that this person is like this, whatever feeling it is, even if it's like they're overjoyous, like overjoyous people, I have found that like no matter what, like you can't get them down, they tend to be in denial about things, right? Like they're like, nope, 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 you know, like that's not happening, it's not happening, right? But anyway, and it doesn't have to be like a super major like deal breaker. This doesn't necessarily need to be a deal breaker. It's just something that has been sort of kept secret, and that maybe comes to light at some point. But there's a change here. What's interesting to me is that we start with these cards, these negative cards, dealings with like emotion and unhealthy emotions, or the way that this person sort of deals with emotions in an unhealthy way. Whatever behaviors that could be for them. Like I said, over shopping, maybe having, you know, one too many, stuff like that. But again, you are kind of in this space. I don't think that you fully know the whole story. Maybe you don't know why they do this, or you don't know how long this has been going on, or maybe it's just you have seen little snippets of it, but you're not given the full picture. What's interesting, like I said, sorry, getting back to my point. What's interesting here is that, and this comes in with the turnaround sort of period or whatever happens here with the clover, is that we start off with the negativity of the devil here. But by the end of the spread, we're actually finishing up with the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups is the ultimate card in the Cups suit, right? He is the master of emotions. If you're going to talk about this person as it relates to what career this person is, this man is like a marriage family counselor, okay, therapist. He's an MFT. He is the kind of person that talks about intimacy. He talks about like building a good, solid relationship in a healthy way. He is very comfortable with his feelings. He can manage his emotions. He can, at any point in time, you can ask him what he's feeling and he knows exactly what he's feeling in that moment. And he can empathize and connect with other people as well. And he can tell you what others even are feeling, right? And he's very empathetic, he's compassionate, all of that stuff. This is also a sign for Pisces. You see the fish back there? This is also the Pisces card. So you're also coming up in this reading. So whoever this reading is about, whether it's you or your partner, these emotions are going to be overcome. And I think that's starting in the month of June. If not completely overcome, these are all steps in the right direction and then some. Whoever this is, whatever person, and this could be, like I said, anger issues or anything like that, whoever this is, they become sort of aware of this pattern that they're in, or this negative habit or this behavior that they have going on, and they correct it. They're correcting it. This is another Pisces card as well. So you have Pisces, and you have this, which is a lot of water. There's a lot of emotions here, a lot of feeling. There's also a lot of connection. This is a pretty strong connection for both of you. If you're in a connection, I do feel there being a strong attraction, physically, but emotional attraction. Like I do see this being a healthy sort of healthy relationship in terms of intimacy, or there being like snippets of that at least, if it is a connection. And I do see this sort of, if you've been going through a tough time, I see this getting better in June, and I see this person sort of figuring out that maybe they were wrong and maturing from it, because this is a very mature energy. Whatever age group you're in, this is a mature energy, and I really like that. I really like that, especially in a love reading. To get the King of Cups, it's an excellent omen for healthy relationships moving forward. I also want to say that there's, in terms of the Page of Pentacles, I see someone making amends. Again, whether it's you or them, whoever, I don't want to say the guilty party is, right? Because we're all imperfect. But whoever, there's an olive branch that's extended. The person makes amends, or there's amends that will be made. Again, there's still some stuff that are hidden here. That's the part in June that I think sort of you figure out and you guys get on the same page. If you guys have been off the same page recently, you guys get back on the same page in June. For singles, I think it is you overcoming these issues, whether it's and this is kind of like going to be a little bit strong, like eating disorders. I don't want to say eating disorder in terms of like very, we all, or even just like negative eating habits, right? If it's something specifically that gets in the way of us being our best selves and our healthy selves and showing up in a genuine light in our romantic relationship. You will know what that means for you, but it is a habit that comes out in a physical form that's rooted in an emotional sort of challenging feeling, right? Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. It made sense in my head. And I think I've been like carrying this like reading for too long, but basically that's what I'm getting. Whatever your challenge is, I feel like you're going to be making very good headway in the month of June and moving forward in a very positive way, and ultimately getting to this like emotional mature place where you're going to be able to control and handle maybe some of the difficult emotions, right? Whether it's sadness or depression, or like I said, like homebody, for example, right? People that like are sad, borderline depressed, or going through their little bout of depression, because sometimes it happens, right? Life happens, and we weren't given an adulting book when we turned 18. So if that happens and you're having a tough time leaving the house, I think June kind of helps you through it and get back on the horse. And oh my gosh, get back on the horse. How funny. I forgot the Knight of Swords was there. But basically, this is what's interesting. The reason why I feel like you make sort of leaps and bounds of energy and you change that from the beginning of June to the end of June. It happens somewhere in June because there's a sudden positive turn of events here. Like I said, the Knight of Swords is an amazing, so if there's ever a card that is there to support you, it is the Knight of Swords, because the Knight of Swords takes no prisoners. The Knight of Swords goes full force, full speed ahead. Whatever it is that you have in mind that you're going to go do it, you make it happen for yourself. Whether it's you or this person, wherever the issue sort of arose from, this person goes full steam ahead and is like, no, I need to make a change, and I'm gonna make a change, and this is what's gonna happen. And then boom, you get the King of Cups. You get the ultimate maturity level card. So so that's what's happening. That's what I see in the month of June for you, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments and let me know how you liked it. Please hit a like. Please subscribe if you can, if you like the content and you want to continue to see the videos. I'd love to hear how June worked out for you. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.